Aloha! Everyone, this is Aya and I'm gonna do English hula lesson live today. I just got this flower from a yard. This flower is Hawaiian flower called Pua Keni Keni. Do you know this flower? Aloha! Today I will do the English hula lesson live. I hope you enjoyed. It's Hula 101 lesson, so it's the easiest, I guess. Okay, so let me explain a little bit in Japanese for the Japanese audience. こんにちは。皆さんお元気ですか？今日は、フラレッスンライブは、ですね、英語でちょっとやっていきたいなと思います。今までたくさんレッスンライブやってきてるんですけれども、英語の母国語とした、人たちがたくさんいらして、なので今日は英語でいきたいと思います。ハリ943833初参加です。そうなんですね、こんにちは。初参加で、英語でとても申し訳ないんですけれど、今回1回限りなので、今日のレッスンで英語ちょっと分かんないなとか、そういう方はちょっとご了承ください。ごめんなさいね。ちょっと1回トライアルとして今日はやるだけですので、来週以降また続けていくときには、日本語でやっていきたいと思いますので、どうぞよろしくお願いします。もしなんか見えないとか分からないとか、こういうとこ説明してくださいっていうのがあれば、全然日本語で言ってくださって OK ですので、ご遠慮なく日本語で言ってください。はい、ではちょっと初めて参加させていただきます。あ、そうなんですね、ありがとうございます。そう、いつもは日本語でやってます。そして今日第1回だけ、英語でやりますが、英語も一緒に楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。 OK, so I'm just gonna start off. So let me explain a little bit about my attire. So the formal wear for hula dancing is this one called house skirt. For I guess many of you know it already, but this is the formal attire for hula dance. It's called tau. It means skirt in Hawaiian. Okay, but I just wore this pareo and then just a little jeans because I just wanted to see my knee. That's the really important part when it comes to the beginner's hula lesson. Knee plays the important role, and also the shoulders. You have to keep your upper posture straight anytime. So I came with this attire that my shoulder and my knees show. But the formal attire is this pal skirt, so I hope you understand that. Okay, so let's get started from some steps. それではまずはステップから、そしてハンドモーションをやって、最後にその2つをつなげるっていういつも通りの流れでやっていきます。はい、難しいことはやらないので一緒にやっていきましょう。 OK, so let me explain my first step called cow. We say cow. This step goes like this. So, well, I have to explain the basic posture first. Okay, so the basic posture for hula, you place both hands on your hips about the position of your hip bone, okay? And then slightly bend your knee like this. Okay? If you can go all the way down. This is kind of hard if you try, but this is the basic position for hula, okay? Now let's do our first step called Kao. Kao, K-A-O. This step goes like this. So you're basically swinging your hips to side and sides, just like this. No difficult things, just move your hips to side and side, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yes, so this is our first step, Kao. You know, the key point to make your hips smooth is your knee. So if you see from the side, it goes like this. So place your hands on both hip bones, bend your knee like this. But you don't want to go like this or like this. You have to keep your upper posture straight anytime you go. Okay? And And then from here, you go kao. You slide your hips to sides, just like this. And you see my knees are bent and moving back and forward as I go my kao. So your knee is the key to make your hips smooth anytime. Okay? If you have any questions, please drop a comment. I'll read it. I can see your comments from here. Okay. So cow. This is the first movement. Okay. As you go to this side, as your hip goes to this side, your knee bends like this, and your other knee is kind of loose. Okay. And as you move your hips to the other side, you switch your knee back and forward. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is our first movement. Aloha guys who just came in. Thank you for watching. Okay, so our next step, we call it kaholo. Watch me first, it goes like this. So kaholo, you go 2 steps to your right and then 2 steps to your left. So watch me, it goes like this. 1 and 2 and tap. 3 and 4 and tap. Again to your right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see my hips are moving as I go to sides with my steps? Okay, so when you practice kaholo or any other steps, we use this traditional drum called ipu. It's sometimes called ipu heke. Okay, this is the drum that I use to keep the beat for the steps. Okay, so how does it sound? It sounds like this. This is Hawaiian rhythm. Listen carefully. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I suggest you to find this ipu drum beat sound somewhere on YouTube or something and practice with this beat, because this beat is the heart of hula dance. Yeah, especially regard in the steps. This is really the key point. This rhythm is the heart of hula. So when I practice my hula steps, I always use this drum beat. Okay, so let's do together with this kaholo step, the one I just did, with this drum sound. Okay, so how does it go? It goes like this. 1 and 2 and 10. 3 and 4 and 10. 5, 6, 7 and 8. Goes like this. So, kaholo step. For those of you who haven't done hula before, kaholo, just the 2 steps. 1 and 2 and tap. And 2 steps to your left. 5, 6, 7, 8. You can start without moving your hips first, just to simplify. Okay, 1, 2 and tap. 3, 4 and tap. Okay, so as you go 2 steps, always make sure you tap your toe. Okay, as you go 2 steps to your left, tap your toe. Okay, remember this. Now, as you move your waist, it goes like this. You first make a step to your right, but your hip is still on your left side. Okay, and then slightly move to the other side and close your foot together. Now step, slide and tap. Okay, do the same thing for the other side. 1 and 2 and tap. 3 and 4 and tap. With this beat, it goes like this. So at the you tap your toe. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 we call it kaholo. K-A-H-A-L-O. Okay, kaholo. So in Hawaiian, holo means to walk. Okay, so it's basically walking steps to your side. So that's how I remember it. 2, 3, and 4, and tap. So this movement of your hip and your knees looks kind of complicated at first, but if you try it, you'll get it, okay? So let's do it again. This kaholo step with this ipu sound. Together from the right, let's try. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Okay, so this is our second step. Our first one was ka'o, just the sliding of your hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? Our second one was the 2 steps to your right and then 2 steps to your left. Okay. How's it going? Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any requests that you cannot see my foot or something, just let me know. Okay? Now, our third step. Okay? Third step. We call it hela. H-E-L-A. Hela. Okay, so hela step is a little bit different from the other step we just did. Okay? So our next step, hela, the basic posture is exactly the same. Keep your upper posture straight, hands on your hips, and then slightly bend your knee like this. Okay? And then from here, for hela step, you first put your foot forward, okay, to about, not just to straight, but a little bit out, okay? Now moving it back to the center, and then steps to your left, okay, and moving it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is hela, okay? But you gotta make sure you sway your hips at the same time. So how does it go? Okay? So when you first step your right foot, you keep your hips to your left side. Okay? So the weight is on your left foot when you do this. Okay? As you move it back, as you shift your weight to this side, you step out on the other side. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. It goes like this. So let's practice with this ipu beat. Okay? Let's do it together. From your right side, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. So this is hela. Okay, so we just did our 3 hula steps: ka'o, kaholo, and hela. Okay, let me know your comments. How are you feeling? どうでしょうか？なんとなくわかりますか？今日は、第1回だけですが、今日だけ英語でフラをやってます。楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいんですけど、ちょっといつもと違う感じです。でもやってることは同じです。今はカオ、カホロ、ヘラをやりましたので、音楽に乗せてやっていきたいと思います。Okay, so now we just did some steps, 3 steps with this ipu beat. So let's do it with the music. Okay, let's do it with this. Okay, so I'll say kao, kaholo, hela, those steps. So when I call the step, you can join me with that step. Okay? Let's start by kao. Let's start from the right side every time. Right side. Okay, hands on your hips. Now bend your knees slightly. Keep your posture. Kao. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So that was Ka'o. Now let's do Kaholo. Our 2 steps to your right and 2 steps to your left. Okay, hands on your hips. 5, 6, Kaholo. 1, 2, and tap. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Let's practice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One last time for 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Hey, wonderful. Hope you're standing up and dancing with me. You can watch. You can do however you want to participate. Okay, but let's do our next one called Hela. Okay, with this music. Okay, so let's do Hela from the right side. It's a step, so you step out and in, out and in. Okay. Bend your knees. 5, 6, Hela from right and left. 1. Sway your hips along the way if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time for 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Okay, perfect. How does it going? How is it going? Okay, let me know. どうでしょうか。今ヘラまで行きましたですね。そしたら今度は上へ、レレ上へ、そしてアミをやっていきたいと思います。ちょっと順番違うんですけど、リップの音でまずやっていきます。Okay, so now we're going to do another step. We just did Ka'o, Kaholo, Hela are 3 steps. Let's move on to the 3 different other steps. Okay, so next one we call it Ami. Okay, Ami step is it's basically about rotation of your hips, just like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Just like this. Okay. If you see from the side, Ami goes like this. You bend your knees like this, and then you actually start from the right side, and you go back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. Okay, and then same thing for the other side. So when you do your left, you go from the left side, and you go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So, now let's do with the ipu. It's exactly the same beat I'll keep. So, let's do this. From the right side, let's try. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Goes like this. Now let's switch off to the other side. Okay, so from the left side, keep your weight to your left, okay? And you go back, forward, okay? Go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then you stop here. When you start from the right side, you end off with the right side, okay? And when you start with your left, you end off with your left. Okay, so that's kind of rule we have. So let's keep 8 beats to your right and then switch to the other side for 8 times. Okay? So from the right side, go 8 times. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And stop. Here. Okay? Now switch to the other side, and we go 8 times as well. Okay? So from the other side, okay, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And stop here. Okay? Good. So that's Ami. Ami has no variation. For example, you can go Ami, and you can go down and come up with your Ami. Ew, that's kind of an exercise. And then there's a movement called Ami Kuku, which is the one you go fast, a little bit fast than the usual Ami. So that's what we call it, Ami Kuku. There are many varieties, but these ones I'm doing is the basic steps. Okay, so we just did Ami. We got 2 more steps to cover today. This is Hula 101, but I just want to introduce many steps as I can in this 1 hour. Okay, so let's do a step called uehe. Uehe step. Okay, you might surprise. It goes like this. Watch me first. Uehe step goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Phew. Okay, that kind of workout here. You have to use your thigh muscles and your stomach muscles. So hula looks kind of easy and flowy, but in reality you have to use your core a lot. Okay, so let's do this uehe step. Okay, in practicing uehe, this ipu beat is really helpful. Okay, so uehe. So from the right side, you first make a step. Okay, and you're gonna lift up your heels up and down. Up and down. Just lift up at the same time. For a short time, a little bit. Hop, hop. This movement. Okay, so you first make a step for uehe and then pop. Now step the other side and pop. Okay, so this is basically it. Okay, so from the right, pop, left, pop. Okay, again. So let's try with this time. So go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. How did you do it? Okay, I hope you could make it. Okay. But you have to use your hips as well when you do this step. These steps are all in hula dance, so you have to swing your hips at the same time. So when you do uehe, you first lift up your foot, right? This time, your weight is on your left, and your hip is kind of going up to this side, the other side. And as you go down and pop, this weight comes to the center, okay? And you switch to the other side and pop. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. This may seem tricky at first, but I hope you can get it after you practice a lot. Okay, so I'll save this video so you can watch as many times as possible, as many times as you can. Okay, so let's practice with ipu. Okay, so if you can swing your hips. If you cannot, you can just focus on this foot at this point. Okay, so let's do uehe with this ipu from the right side. Okay, start. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Good. So if you want to see from the side, I'll show you from the side too. So you bend your knees, keep your upper posture straight anytime, okay? And from the right you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good. That's how it goes. Okay. So that was uehe step. Now this is the last step, the very last step. Okay. We did like 5 steps already. This is the last one. We call it lele uehe. So remember we did this hela step earlier. This step and uehe step as well. So lele uehe is like a combination of those 2 steps. Okay, so how does it go? It goes like this. Watch me first. Okay, you first make a step to your right, and you point out, bring it back, and make uehe. Okay, same thing to the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. To your right, step, point, back, and pop. Step to your left, point, back, and pop. 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Sometimes people find this step a little easier than just keeping the uehe step. I don't know, maybe I feel that too. I understand. Okay, so let's do this lele uehe with the ipu sound, okay? So let's try. From the right side, hands on your hips anytime. Okay, bending your knees, loosen it a little bit. Okay, from the right side, go. Step, point, back, and pop. Step to your left, point, back, and pop. Again, to your right, and to your left. 2, 3, and pop. A little faster. 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Good. Okay, so this is lele uehe. Okay, どうですか？見てくださってありがとうございます。今日はちょっと英語でトライアルでやってます。なんですけど、いつもとやってる内容は全く同じです。ちょっとじゃあ今度は音楽に合わせてやっていきたいなと思います。今までやったカオ、カホロ、ヘラ、アミ、ウエヘ、レレウエヘ6個ステップやりました。それをこれから一緒にこの音楽と一緒にやっていきたいと思います。スローシルさん、ともこ0219さん、ありがとうございます。Thank you for those of you who send me waves. Thank you so much. ウェーブ送ってくださってありがとうございます。ゆめママの日々さん、ありがとうございます。かずこマムさん、ありがとうございます。なきみりやさん、はい。さくらさん、こんにちは。お元気ですか？ちょっとフラでもして体を動かしましょう。ね、ちょっとネガティブになっちゃう時とかもあると思うんですけど、体を動かすとちょっと楽しい気分になるのかなと思います。じゃあちょっとやってみたいと思います。もうランダムにやっていきます。Okay, so I'll do it randomly with this music. You see, you hear this ipu sound? Okay. So let's start by kao. Okay, kao step. Hands on your hips. Bend your knees. And from the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep the same step. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. Now let's do kaholo or second step. Okay. training. Okay, so let's do it. Calf hollow, 2 steps. 2 steps to your left. Again. Left. One more time. Keep this footstep. Let's do Hela. From right to left. Keep this movement. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go back to calf hollow. Okay. Again. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hela step. Step out and in. Going back to Kao. Just the swing of your hips to your side. Squeeze your core. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, pick it up, lift it. Okay. Stretch out. Okay. I hope you do some stretch afterwards. Okay, so let's do our next 3 steps. Thanks, Reina, for sending me the stamps. Yay. I'm so glad to have you here. ハリ94833さん、英語でもとてもわかりやすいです。ありがとうございます。Okay, so let's do Uehe, Lele Uehe, and Ami. Okay, those 3. Let me hands on your hips. Now, Ami from the right side. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now switch to your left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. To your right. Let's do 8 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And this side for 8 times as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, who finds this training? Me really finds this as an exercise rather than dancing when you do the basics. But that's what I really like about hula. Okay? Hope you enjoy that too. So let's do uehe. Okay, so uehe was this one. Step and pop. Step and pop. Let's keep it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, to your right and to your left. If you can, swing your hips as much as possible. Okay, 8 more times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Okay. So now let's do our last step. Let it away. Hope you can hear the music too. I'm glad to be here, Reina. I'm glad that you are here. Okay. Thank you. So let's do Lele Uehe, our last one. With hands on your hips. Okay, to your right side. Step, point, back, and pop. Step left, point, back, and pop. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So once you get used to it, okay, you can do a little bit up when you make a step to your right, and a little bit down when you point out. Bring it back and up at the same level, and you go a little bit up and down and back and pop. Okay, 1, 果の機能は使用なさっているのですか？ミラー効果の機能、反転ってことですかね。ユミユミグラムさん、私の右が皆さんにとっての右になっているはずです。これ自体が反転なので、もし分からなかったら言ってください。聞こえてます。スロースティッチさん、ありがとうございます。 OK, so let's do some hand moves, okay? そう、じゃあハンドモーションやっていきます。 Okay, so now hand moves part in hula dance is really important. Yeah, hula steps really important, but hands are super important in hula because hula hands tell stories. So each hula hand expresses something. For example, when you express flower, you extend your hands and flip your hands, and this expresses flower. Okay? Or the stars up in the sky, go like this, like a shiny stars. Okay? Or the ocean, you make waves to your sides. Okay? Like this. So each hand moves has meanings, and then there's so much varieties in these hand movements in hula dance. And it always, when you see the hula dancers dancing, they're always telling you something by the hands, not by the words. Okay, so hope you enjoy that when you see hula dance. So in this lesson, I will explain to you several major hand movements. So maybe next time you see some hula, you can spot those hand movements. Oh, that's a star, or that's a flower, or like that. Okay, so let's start by doing the flower. Okay, I'll break it down. So flowers, extend your hands to front. Okay, now tap your hands together and then flip and make flower. Your hand goes like this. All other fingers are on the thumb. Okay, like this. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So this is flower. So when you go to your right side with your step, just to simplify in this lesson, let's move flowers to your right side, this side. Okay? And then when you go to your left side, let's make hand moves to your left side as well. Okay, so your hand always follows your footsteps direction in this lesson. Okay? So flower has a sign to your right and left. Okay, now let's do the ocean. Of course, it's not island, so you can see ocean. Ocean, you're just make a wavy movement with your hands. Okay, but your shoulders and your upper postures are always kept straight like this. So you don't want to go like this or like this. Okay, so keep your posture the same. And then only your arms and your hands are moving like this. Okay, and same thing as your flowers. When you go to your right side with your step, make ocean to your right, and then make ocean to your left when you go to your left side. Okay, so that's the rule only in this lesson. Okay, remember. So let's do the star. Stars up in the sky. You go like this, just like a flower, and then you go open for twice. Okay, open for your left for twice as well. To your right side and to your left side, like a shiny stars up in the sky. Okay. Very direct, right? Like you can imagine from your hand movements. Okay, so let's do. So far we did the flower, ocean, and the star. Let's do the rain. It's a little bit rainy here in Hilo this afternoon. But rain, you go up. Hope you can see it. Okay, go up, and then make your fingers down. Move your fingers down like this. This expresses the rain. Okay, I hope you can see my fingers are like this, and then moving down. Okay, from up to down, you're going like this. Okay, one more thing. When you do your hand movements, your eyes are always following. So for example, when you make flowers to your right, I'm watching you right now, but in hula dance, ideally, you see the flower, the hand movements go. This is to keep focus on your hands, what they're telling you. Okay? For the stars, you look up as you make stars. For the ocean, you again look down like this to make ocean. So keep your eyes on your hands. So that's a really important part in hula as well. Okay, so we were doing the rain. Okay, so rain. Okay, when you go to your right side, you go up, and then moving down like this. Okay, when you go to your left, same thing. You're going up and down. So when you do right side step, you make rain to your right. And then when you go to your left, you make rain to your left. So that's how it goes. Okay, so let's do. ちょっと見て一緒にハワイを感じながらレッスンしたいけど、自分のフラレッスンに行きますね。はい、レッスンの動画残してもらえるのかな。残します。はい、後で見てください。よかったら。Okay, so we were doing the rain. Now one last thing we do. Well, I guess two more. Okay. So the next thing we do is the rainbow movement in hula hands. You first put your hand on your right side, and then keep your right hand at this level, and only your left hand goes up, and place it on the other side. Okay. Again, to your right, and okay. Again, from the left, you go up and down. Again, go up and down, and same thing for the other side. So that's the rainbow movement. It's like you're looking at the rainbows when you do this. Okay, and the last thing, let's do aloha. We say like aloha in greetings. It means like hi or hello in Hawaii, but it also means love and friendship and all the affection and the feelings in Hawaii. Okay, so when you do aloha, you cross your hands in front of your chest, and you tap your hands together just like a heartbeat. Okay, and then when you go to your right side, you kind of lean towards your right. Okay, it's like holding something important. And when you go to your left, you slightly lean to your left side. Again, to your right side and to your left side. One more time, to your right side and to your left. So that's the aloha move. Okay, so these are the 6 major hand movements. ここまでハンドモーションやりました。いつもやってるのと同じですが、お花とか海とか星とかレインボーとかいろいろやりました。それではハンドモーションをもう一度おさらいしてみたいと思います。So let us quickly review the hand movement we just did. Okay, just to make sure. Okay. Okay, so let's start from flower. Okay, now let's make to your right and to your left. To your right side, flower. To your left side, same thing. Again, to your right side. Ocean to your right. Ocean to your right. Always make it twice. Great, awesome. Now let's do the stars up in the sky. Open and shut your hands. 2, and 3, 4. Good. Now let's do the rain. Rain goes to your right side. Move your fingers. Aloha. To right side and to your left side. And tap your hands gently like a heartbeat. Okay, awesome. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, great. So these are the hand moves we have. We have a lot more. For example, star has several movements. Like I just taught you how to do star like this, but there is other movement for star that your fingers crossed and you tap your fingers together, and this also expresses the stars. And aloha, I did aloha like this. But sometimes you express aloha like this. Total different movement. So it's just there are so many varieties to express one word in hula. So that's the interesting part, that as you go into hula world, you have to learn many different ways to express. That's the fun part. Okay? So we have 10 more minutes left. Let's learn how to combine those two, the footsteps and the hand movements. Okay? So, we did so many steps, so many hand movements. You're thinking how to combine those, everything. No worries, I will pick up only kaholo step. Kaholo step only throughout, okay? And the hands will change. And then when you go to the right side with your kaholo step, okay? Your hand also goes to your right. And then when you go to your left side, your hand also goes to your left. Same thing for the ocean. Okay? Or the stars. Okay? Same thing. Always follow the direction of which way your foot is going. Okay, so let's try with the music. Okay, so let's try from hands on your hips, and I'll say a lot, like flowers, stars, oceans, just like that. Okay? So let's do kaholo step. 2 steps to your right. And that's it. One more time. Tap and flip. Tap. Star. Shine twice for each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Ocean. Waves to your right and to your left. And to your left. 1, 2, 3. Rain. Now go up and down, rolling down your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. One last. Let's make big rainbow from your left side to your right, and the right side to your left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Make a big rainbow. Again. Aloha. Cross your hands together and count. 1. And let's lean a little bit to the side you're going. 1, action again. Very relaxing, isn't it? Lower, down, flip, Stones up in the sky. Hands on your hips. And this is the end. Put your hands forward and up. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Hope you enjoyed dancing hula dance. Okay. 見てくださってありがとうございます。今日は英語でインスタライブやってみました。いかがだったでしょうか。もし外国人のお知り合いとかでフラをやってみたいという方がいたりとかする方はぜひぜひご紹介ください。そして、もしフラをそうですね、これからもフラのインスタライブやっていくと思うので、これからもよろしくお願いします。これからは多分、反応を見てですけれども、日本語でやっていくことが多くなるのかなと思いますが、たまにはこういう英語もやってみたいと思います。ありがとうございます。Love it. Good practice for the hand movements. What's the name of this song? This song is called ALOHA by Kelly Brayshaw. Fun. Good, good. 英語の勉強にもなります。わかりやすいレッスン。いつもマハロー。ありがとうございます。今日もちょっと違う試みをしてみました。8月の最初のレッスンでした。ありがとうございます。はい。また振り付けとかもレッスンでやっていけたらいいかなとかもちょっと思ってますので、またアップデートを調べていただけたらなと思います。楽しかったです。ありがとうございます。ゆきせさんありがとうございます。英語とても良かったです。あ、本当ですか。ありがとうございます。Thank you so much for those of you who watched.I hope you enjoyed and thank you for those who are watching this on the archive on Instagram TV. Thank you so much. インスタライブをこのライブではなくてインスタ TV で見てくださっている皆さんもありがとうございます。ともこ0219さんありがとうございます。ハリ94833さん、ヒロの空気を感じながらとても素敵なレッスンでした。ありがとうございます。英語バージョンも続けてほしいです。あ、本当ですか。ありがとうございます。じゃあまたに考えてみたいと思います。Aloha. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. そして、お知らせが一つあります。Okay, I have an announcement. I'll explain in English later. Okay? このパレオですね、私が今日の朝巻き方をお伝えしたパレオなんですけども、この骨のマークが逆か書いてあるこのパレオの在庫が今ちょっとだけあります。なのでもし欲しいなっていう方がいたら DM ください。このパレオは結構大判で多分日本とかどうなんでしょうね、大きいの売ってないところもあるかもしれないんですけど、これはとにかく体がもう全部隠れるぐらい半分にしてもとっても大きいパレオなのでとても使い勝手も良いです。そしてハワイアンパンツもまた作っていますので、もし気になる方がいたらぜひアップデートを見てくださったら嬉しいです。Okay, so for English speakers, I have several stock for this pareo right now. So if you're interested in, please DM me for the prices. Okay, and then we're making another Hawaiian pants. So please stay tuned for our next series coming up.We're so excited to announce you. 初めて参加させていただきましたりょうこうやさんありがとうございます。今日はちょっと通常と違って英語バージョンのレッスンだったんですけれども、普段はこれを日本語で全部やっています。なので、また来週日本語でやりたいと思いますので、来週の金曜日の日本時間は朝10時から、ハワイ時間は お昼の3時からやってますので、ぜひ遊びにいらしてください。そして明日は、ショーンさんの、ウクレレインスタライブがあります。ウクレレレッスンライブ、7月からやっていて、私たちは、金曜日がフラ、土曜日がウクレレ、そして日曜日が、お散歩ライブ、ヒロのいろんなところをお散歩するお散歩ライブをやっております。なのでぜひそちらもよかったら見てください。8月以降も続けていきたいなと思います。やっぱり日本語の方が分かりやすいけど、英語もハワイで参加しているようで楽しいです。よかったです。ありがとうございます。いろんな方がフラを世界中でやってらして、そういう方とつながるチャンスにもなれたらなと思っています。これさっきお庭で取ってきたプアケニケニです。This is a real プアケニケニ flower. This smells so lovely. So please look for this flower when you come to Hawaii. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll see you in the next time. Let me know your feedbacks if you're English speakers and watch this Instagram live. Let me know, okay? ありがとうございました。そしたら明日のショーンさんのインスタライブでお会いしましょう。いつもありがとうございます。本当に。またね。マハロー。See you. パヤオ素敵ですね。お似合いです。ありがとうございます。よかったら DM ください。Okay, so see you next time. Have a good day. Aloha.